The Biden administration has notified Congress that it will remove Cuba from its list of state sponsors of terrorism as part of a prisoner release deal. The move will likely be overturned after the return to office next week of President-elect Donald Trump. He reinstated Cuba's terror designation in the final days of his first presidency in 2021, banning U.S. economic aid and arms exports to the country. Former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo designated Cuba a state sponsor of terrorism in January 2021, just days before leaving office, saying at the time that Havana was providing support for acts of international terrorism. Cuba said on Tuesday that it would release 553 prisoners imprisoned for diverse crimes in response to the announcement. Cuba welcomed the move as a step in the right direction, but lamented it was still under U.S. sanctions in place since 1962. The Catholic Church had been negotiating with the communist-run government over the release of prisoners. Most of them were jailed following unprecedented island-wide protests in July 2021. Cuba has been one of just 4 nations designated as state sponsors of terrorism, along with North Korea, Iran and Syria. The Caribbean nation blames the U.S. blockade for its worst economic crisis in decades, marked by shortages of fuel, food, medicines and electricity.